My name is Dan Barber. I am the chef and co-owner of Blue Hill and Blue Hill at Stone Barns. The recipe for a great dish begins long before I start assembling ingredients and bringing a dish together. It begins really in the field. And the idea of Blue Hill and of the cooking philosophy around it is to have an influence and an interest in exploring how to manipulate that recipe out in the field for better flavor long before those ingredients come into my kitchen. It makes my job a lot easier, and it makes me often look like a much better chef than I am, because that recipe for flavor is complex and it's very compelling when it's done right. It really allows a chef to follow through on the chef's promise, which is to stand out of the way and let the ingredients speak for themselves. And you can, while that's an ideal and often repeated one, it's a very hard thing to do, and it makes it a lot easier when there is a farmer or a group of farmers that follow a kind of recipe that is driven for producing the best flavored food. Does the science, modern science, play a role in sustainable cooking? And I think the answer, from the experience of working closely with farmers and with agriculture systems, is that science, biology, ecology, and a fundamental understanding of the way natural systems works is really the backbone to great cooking. So this idea that we can have science over here and sustainability over here is a false divide. It's really one subject, and the goal of great cooking is in part to celebrate great science at work in agriculture, and that's when science can be put to the best possible uses, which is produce great food, but also at the same time improve the environment from which it came. And that's a very possible goal, and you know you've hit that goal when you've tasted delicious food. Much of the class that you're involved in is about manipulating ingredients to further layer flavors, to make a meal more delicious and more complex. And that's the role of the chef, that's the role of the cook. But we also, while doing that, have to spend an equal amount of time and passion and this pursuit of understanding of what manipulation and what processes go into making ingredients from the ground up taste delicious. And I've argued there's a recipe for that. And that's sort of I think the future of really great cooking is not just to think about chefs as end users, but to think about chefs as you know, a bridge on a continuum between the sustainability of the field and the science that happens in the kitchen. By the way, there's some beautiful science that happens out in the field, and there's some beautiful potential for influencing what happens in the field for better ecological functions, for more sustainability, and for better flavor. And so those are the kind of subjects that I think are very interesting and very important for the future of just very good food. I'm often asked what inspires a new dish, and you know, there's never one answer. It depends on the season. It depends on, I guess, my mood. It depends on a new ingredient, a new kitchen tool, you know, a new farmer that provides information, whether it's a new variety of vegetable or a new farming technique. And all of a sudden, the possibility for creativity in the kitchen, either to bring a certain theme to the plate, or to look at a vegetable or you know, a piece of meat in a different way, is sort of what drives the creativity in our kitchen. So, for example, we've all eaten eggs, but have we had the experience of thinking about what a chicken eats as we're eating the egg? And so that became the inspiration for a dish that we serve at Blue Hill at Stone Barns, where you eat the egg and along with that egg you eat everything that the chicken is eating out in the field. So that is, for grasses, we have different herbs and greens, and to represent the grain that the chickens are eating, we have different grains that we've sprouted and we've fermented, and then we have little berries that the chickens may or may not be pecking out in the field, and then we use chicken blood to make a little cracker. And so while they're eating this dish, they're watching a video of what the chicken is eating out in the field, and so they get this experience of connection to nature. And of course it's a little whimsical and it's a little humorous, but the intent is the same thing, is to get the diner connected to agriculture in a way that is focused on great flavor and an experience that supersedes just a good dish. The definition then of a good dish isn't just about the flavor in the dish, it's about the totality of the experience of eating the food. And in this case, the totality of eating the food is dialing back to what the chicken is eating. And so it's an exciting way to experience an egg in a different way. That kind of story allows people to I think, enjoy a meal on a different level, and also do the function of what great cooking does, which is support a good, healthy system of agriculture.